They told you to care. They told you to be kind, to be patient, to forgive, to prove yourself worthy of love by bending, by breaking, by giving everything you had until nothing was left. And maybe, for a while, you believed it. You thought that if you cared enough, worked hard enough, showed enough devotion, then people would treat you with the respect you deserved. But you already know how that story ends, don't you? They didn't respect you. They exploited you. They saw your kindness not as strength, but as weakness. They weaponized your emotions. And when you needed them most, they weren't there. What if I told you that the power you've been chasing was never in their hands? It was in yours all along. What if I told you that the moment you stop caring, the entire game changes? Suddenly, the people who ignored you, who dismissed you, who thought they could walk all over you, start to panic. Because indifference is a weapon far sharper than rage. Detachment is a shield stronger than love. And when you master it, you become untouchable. You see, Niccolo Machiavelli, the thinker who stripped human behavior to its most brutal essence, understood something most people still can't stomach. Emotions make you predictable. They make you controllable. The one who cares least always holds the most power. Why? Because the one who doesn't care cannot be manipulated. They cannot be threatened. They cannot be bribed with approval or attention. Look around you. How many times have you seen someone obsessing over another person's opinion? How many times have you seen desperation, whether for love, for validation, for acceptance, drive someone to destroy their own dignity? That desperation is a leash. It's visible to anyone who knows how to use it. And the cruel truth? People will pull it hard the moment they realize you're attached. But imagine this. You stop reacting. You stop explaining yourself. You stop chasing. You don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you bleed. Suddenly, the leash snaps. And now, the same people who thought they had control feel it slipping through their fingers. They panic, because nothing terrifies a manipulator more than losing control of their victim. Think of the last time someone ghosted you, ignored you, or treated you as if you didn't matter. You felt powerless, didn't you? You questioned yourself. You replayed every word, every detail, wondering what you did wrong. That anxiety was proof that you cared more than they did. Now flip the script. Imagine being the one who creates that uncertainty in others, not out of cruelty, but out of strategy. Imagine watching someone who once dismissed you begin to second-guess themselves, obsess over your silence, and unravel because they can't read you anymore. That's the Machiavellian advantage. And here's the secret no one wants to admit. People are addicted to attention. Take it away and you expose their weakness. Give it freely and they will exploit yours. Machiavelli knew this. He knew that control doesn't come from constant giving. It comes from calculated withholding. When you stop caring, you stop feeding their addiction. And when the supply runs dry, they will do almost anything to get it back. But here's where it gets interesting. Detachment isn't just about others. It's about you. Every time you cared too much, every time you begged for answers, every time you replayed a conversation in your head at 3 a.m., you weakened yourself. You gave away your mind. And Machiavelli would tell you, the greatest power you'll ever have is not over others. It's over yourself. When you can master your own emotions, no one else can use them against you. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, who are you when you strip away the need to be liked? Who are you when approval no longer matters? Who are you when you realize that the person you've been trying to impress has no real power over you? That's when you step into the mindset Machiavelli described. The mindset of rulers, of those who cannot be swayed by guilt or flattery. Of course, the world will try to shame you for this. They'll call you cold. They'll call you heartless. They'll call you selfish. But watch closely. Often the people who say this are the same ones who would gladly exploit your kindness if you gave it to them. Isn't it strange? The same society that praises compassion quietly rewards ruthlessness. The same friends who tell you to always be forgiving admire those who walk away without looking back. The same partners who beg you to care deeply are the first to lose interest once you do. Hypocrisy is the norm. But Machiavelli never cared for illusions. He cared for results. So what's the result of detachment? Control. Not just control over others, but control over your own destiny. Imagine walking into a room and not needing anyone's approval. Imagine negotiating a deal and the other person can't figure out if you even care about winning, so they overplay their hand and you win by default. Imagine being in a relationship where your worth isn't tied to their attention because you know you can walk away without fear. That is freedom. That is strength. And here's where most people get it wrong. They think not caring means becoming cruel or numb or emotionless. That's not true. Detachment is not the absence of emotion. It's the mastery of it. It's knowing when to give and when to withhold. It's choosing when to let love in, but never being enslaved by it. It's being able to walk away, not because you don't feel, but because you refuse to be controlled by feeling. Now think about the people in your life who always need you to care more. The ones who guilt trip you, who test your loyalty, who drain you until you're empty. What would happen if one day you simply stopped playing? What if you stopped explaining, stopped apologizing, stopped chasing? At first, they would be shocked. Then they would be angry. Then they would panic. Why? Because the power they thought they had over you would be gone. They'd be forced to face the truth. Without your care, they are nothing. This is why Machiavelli said it is safer to be feared than loved. Love is fragile. Love can vanish. But fear keeps people in line. And indifference creates fear, because when someone can't predict you, when they can't read you, when they can't make you bend, they don't know how to control you. And that uncertainty is terrifying. So let me ask you, are you ready to make them panic? Are you ready to stop being the one who cares too much, the one who gives too much, the one who loses every time because you thought kindness would protect you? It won't. It never did. But indifference will. Detachment will. Control will. Because when you stop caring, you stop bleeding for people who would never bleed for you. When you stop caring, you finally see the truth that most people only value what they can't have. And when you stop caring, they will chase you, fear you, and respect you in ways they never did before.